there with it, man. They're talking about doing go-go. Like, so I had a couple of people reach out to me. They was a little, it was kind of disgruntled, you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
so I was like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, like no disrespect, never no disrespect. I feel that way about, anything that belonged to me too. So you feel me?
Right, right,
So,
right.
but I wanted everybody to know that it was all in love, right? And and the song, I wouldn't really even say that it's a go-go song. You know what I mean? Like, like I think the title of the song, Baby Don't You Go-Go, I just thought that it was clever. I mean, like to marry the two things together. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But when I wrote the song, I was thinking more of what I call black folk boogie woogie. You know what I mean? Like I'm going
Okay.
all the way back. I'm going all the way back to Little Richard, Long Tall Sally. Long
Uh-huh.
Tall Sally, you know
Hmm.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't need no baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
in my mind. I'm patterning it after that. You say you feel me, but it does have a go-go feel. So like, I want you to explain to the enthusiasts and and the people that care the most, explain to them the difference between what's real go-go and what's not so real.
So first, what you experienced and what you saw was the genuine affection that the go-go enthusiasts have for this music. They
Right,
are very protective of it. Very, very protective. So when it came off, when you did the song on the Soul Train Awards, they assumed that you were stealing the record. But
right.
what they didn't know was I heard several versions of this song.
That's right.
I heard the first few versions of this song right here. And because I hadn't heard it in a while, I had to wait to the hook in order to say, okay, that's the song right there. That's the
Right.
song that we've been talking about, for the last 10 years.
That's right.
It's just been different versions of it. So the fact that, but I mean, we love and appreciate the fact that the fans are so enthusiastic about it, and they want to guard this music, you know, as much as they can. They love the authenticity of go-go music, so they want to try to keep it as authentic as they can. And when somebody looks like they doing it, and they don't have, I don't want to, permission is probably a bad word, but when they don't have something, to go along with it, then it's like, oh, you violated,
Right.
so that's what that was. But they didn't have the
But see,
backstory. They didn't
that's
know
right.
that you and I been talking about this. I mean,
10 years.
we've met on this several times, about this particular song right here. I'm just glad to see it finally come to light, and for it to sound as good as it sounds.
It's a trip. It's really, I think it's really enlightening and informative, when people can really sit down and enjoy the backstory as to how these songs come
Right.
about. I mean, like, everything is not an overnight thing or overnight
Right.
sensation. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because you're right. Like, we've literally known each other that long and been plotting, doing different variations of the song because we all wanted it to be right. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So, the opportunity, they called me at the last minute to do the Soul Train performance. And as you know, we had the song that long and it was previously unreleased,
Right.
not really knowing what we was going to do with the record or if it was ever going to even see the light of day. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Right.
But
Right.
I rolled the dice on it because when they gave me the premise of what they were doing, the creative direction or the theme behind that year's Soul Train awards, they said it was like a juke joint style, right? And they was like, do you got anything that could work? So I said to myself, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do none of the songs that I've performed 100 times before. I don't want to do none old. I just want to do something
Hmm.
meaningful, something eventful.
Right.
And then it dawned on me, I said to myself, okay, we about to have the first black, vice president, female. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I said, we going to DC. You know what I mean? And then I
Yeah.
thought to myself, I said, go, go. I said,
Hmm.
I just so happen to have a song, what I mean, that would fit right in. And
Yeah.
I played it for them, but they fell in love with it, right? So, we did the record, and the rest is history. You know what I mean? And so I'm just glad that people can now see that I've had the long lasting relationships, not just me calling, asking for
Right.
that same permission that you were saying that don't even
Mhm.
feel right. We got a
Mhm.
love language. We
Yeah.
got, you know what I'm
No.
saying? You feel me?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you know I love it.
Right. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. It ain't just, I'm gonna get in here and do this and then move on to the next thing. We've been talking about this for years. I mean, and the fact that you finally got it done, finally got it the way that you wanted it, and that you premiered the song on a national platform. I mean, we can't thank you enough, man. The go-go community can't thank you enough because we don't get those looks a lot. So when we get them, I mean, we really appreciate them.
I talked to everybody around that time. Everybody reached out to me with nothing but love and
Hmm.
admiration. You know, everybody from yourself, of course, we got each other phone.
Right,
So, you
right,
know,
right.
and we got to shout out Big Ice too, man. Like DC
That's
Ice,
my
man.
man.
We got to
That's
shout
my
out
man.
Ice. Ice,
That is
Ice,
my man.
Ice helped me put this thing together, man, right? So, but I'm
Yes,
talking
sir.
about everybody from Backyard, the Junkyard, the
Hmm.
Belladonna, EU. I talk to shout out to Sugar Bear.
That's
I mean,
right.
like, I talked to everybody, man, when we did that performance, man. They weren't doing nothing but showing nothing but love,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
I like how when you did the performance, right before you went into
I said,
Sugar Bear's
Sugar Bear, I
verse,
got
you
you.
said, "I got you."
Yeah.
Right, right, right. You said, "I got you." So,
So
so
you,
that lets people know right there. I mean, there's a love and respect right here between the go-go community and CeeLo Green. We appreciate it.
absolutely. And I gotta say, man, I had it was really a cool experience, man, because I went through a couple of days of dilemma, back and forth debate with people, man, about what was go-go and what was not. You know what I mean? Right? And so, you know, what was I about to say? What did the guy tell me? Oh man, why is that slipping my mind right now?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me.
Uh-huh.
I'm excited to talk to you, man. And
Yeah.
I'm excited that the song is out in the universe and people can have it. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it had been an overwhelming, response, man, of people just like when the record gonna come out, when it's coming.
Right.
So I want you to give me a little history, on DC Go Go. Now I'm gonna go as far back as I go. Now we all know the Godfather. We all know the Godfather Chuck Brown, right?
Yep. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Now, um, but I'm gonna go back a little further, like to groups like Trouble Funk, and you know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Hmm.
You know, has Rat Essence been around that long? Like, what's the origins of Go Go? Who was the first Go Go band? You know, something like and you being you after everything that you've accomplished with an illustrious career. You know what I mean? Like, who do you look up to? You know what I'm saying? Who gave you the motivation and the inspiration?
So the originator of the sound is Chuck Brown.
Got it.
Chuck Brown was playing this style of music in the early to mid '70s. Red Essence started in 1976. We were right out of elementary school when we started playing. So Chuck was the inspiration for us. We liked the beat that Chuck was playing, and we even called him and got permission to play that beat that he was playing because I mean we had so much respect for him. We called and got permission from him, and he said, "Yeah, that's cool. Y'all go ahead and do your thing." And we started to build from there. So that was '76, '77, '78. Between '77 and '78, things started to really happen. Doing a lot of talent shows, a lot of rec centers,
Hmm.
playing outside in the park. We had summer jobs. The DC Mayor Marion Barry, rest in peace, going out to Marion Barry. He he established the summer youth jobs program, and we signed up for that. It was our job. Our job was going around to different parts of the city, playing in the park for a job. That was perfect for us because that's what we was doing anyway. So that also helped to establish Red Essence, around the city. We come from Southeast DC, but we were all over DC playing different, playing in different parts of the city, playing the music. Um, we did a lot of shows with EU and Trouble Funk. There used to be some fierce competitive battles, between uh, Rare Essence, EU, and Trouble Funk back in the '80s.
Right.
So I mean, we were really on each other's heels, but you know, it was nothing but love and respect even back then. You know, we knew that they was always gonna come out and do their thing, so we had to be prepared so we can do our thing. So it's always been a competitive thing, but it's always been all love.
I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask you, was there competition or was there camaraderie? You know what I mean? Because the way that we all congregated together, all of the different bands, when we all got together and loved on each other, the love, I know that the love is still there over all of these years, but I'm pretty sure when y'all was young, you know, like everybody was going at it, man, trying to be the best, man, like trying to, you know.
Hmm.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
we had to do that because we knew they were gonna bring their A game all the time. So we had to make sure that we were on our A game each and every show as we played with them. We had to be on our A game.
So, um, I think, what was the last single y'all released? Was it Hit the Mickey? What's the last single y'all had? And I'm asking that because to have, you know, a charted single on the airwaves right now with this record, CeeLo Green featuring Rare Essence, Baby Don't You Go Go. You know, how long has that been? You know what I mean, like, and how good does that feel? And
Well,
is DC and the entire DMV standing up behind this collaboration?
well, yeah. I mean, we've had singles. We've been releasing singles over the past, 30 years. We had one out last year that we
With
did with
Snoop.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I know
Right,
about
right.
that. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah. But to answer your question about is DC standing up behind it, I had about 40 or 50 DJs call me today and said, "Yo, I need that record." So we did our own blast of 150 DJs that's on our list that we know support go-go. We send it out to them, and immediately they said, one guy told me, I'm putting it in right now. So I guess he put it in the lunch mix because it was somewhere around 11:30 when I sent the record out. I've been getting nothing but good comments on this record all day long.
Yes, sir.
Everybody loves it.
It's a trip, man, how things happen. Everything has its own time and place.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, now that people can, I want to recap that. I mean, like, for, as, you know, so people can realize the fact that this is a song that's been 10 years in the making.
Right.
And I know people question was Rare Essence actually a part of the record. And I'm like, of course, you know what I mean? But we only use, the percussive components of Rare Essence. But when we get together and go live, man, we're gonna do the whole thing because
Oh man,
we're gonna actually get together and do a total live version.
I can't wait for that.
I think we need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
so we can have both, all the bases
yeah,
covered, man, when we come back to DC. It's gonna be
yep,
big, man. So for you to
yeah.
say 40 DJs calls you, is it safe to say this record could potentially be the hit record that we've been looking for?
You know what? I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling real good about this because they called, I usually blast it out to them and they respond, got it, thank you. But they called me saying, yo, get me that record. So I got it to them. So I think we might be on to something here.
Man, I had the idea, and that sounds good to me. I had the
Hmm.
idea, and now I was prompted because of the success and the attention and the effect that performance on the Soul Train Awards had,
Right.
right? So I said,
Hmm.
you know what? I'll